Hello everyone and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. Today we're talking about another side of our industry, urban agriculture. From sod and turf grass to greenhouses and landscaping, millions of dollars are pumped into Oklahoma's economy each year. We begin today with our Extension economist, Dave Scheidler, who's crunching the numbers. Dave, let's talk about the concept of urban agriculture, what it encompasses, and the economic impact that it has on Oklahoma.
Sure. Typically when we talk about urban agriculture, we're talking about things like greenhouse produced products, we're talking about nurseries, we're talking about turf grass and sod. In Oklahoma, we did a study last year that looked at the different components of agriculture in the state and their contribution to the economy. And we found that greenhouses, horticulture, turf grass, all of those components actually produced $176 million worth of products. Add to that about $75 million worth of retail nursery sales, which doesn't include Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot, which they report in a separate category. You have almost $250 million worth of economic activity associated with urban agriculture.
Just with those raw numbers you talked about, and a lot of people do shop at those bigger stores like you mentioned.
Sure.
But it's not all necessarily good news. I understand that over the last few years, like a lot of industries, this has taken a hit with the economy.
Absolutely. So a lot of urban agriculture goes into recreation, or it's associated with construction. And those two industries took a pretty big beating in terms of the recession effects. So we know actually one of the starts to the recession was a decline in new home sales and new home construction. And with that goes a lot of sodding and landscaping, and so that took a big hit. Also recreation and tourism took a big hit in the recession, as well as disposable income fell. And so golf courses and other sorts of recreational activities that involve landscaping have declined slightly. But as the economy is slowly recovering, we're expecting all of those things to come back. So we're hopefully on the amends and rebounding.
Like a lot of industries, do you think this is going to follow suit?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. The recent numbers have shown that new home sales were up actually last month, which is a very encouraging sign. And here in Oklahoma, we never were hit quite as hard as the rest of the nation to begin with. And so we did see some, 2 golf courses, I believe, in the state did close as a result of recessionary effects. But as an industry as a whole, we didn't feel those, or as an economy as a whole, we didn't feel those impacts quite as strongly. And so we will be quick to rebound relative to the rest of the nation.
And you put the hard numbers on that because you're an economist, that $250,000 figure you mentioned. But there's a lot of, I guess, impact with the whole quality of life that you can't really put a dollar amount on, but there's really a lot of benefit for a lot of people with urban agriculture.
Right. That's actually one of the, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's one of the issues with urban agriculture is we can look at the numbers, and the numbers are impressive, but they don't capture the aesthetic value that urban agriculture provides us. And we love going to our parks and our botanical gardens and the green spaces that they provide in our urban areas. They also provide biodiversity by helping us preserve heritage in terms of floriculture and things that are native to our state. They're also key in developing drought-resistant species and helping us develop new turf for our yards and our golf courses. And so all of those things are really hard to put numbers to, and so as an industry, its value, we can quantify it to some extent, but its value is much beyond that to us in terms of our enjoyment of our outdoor spaces.
Okay, good perspective. Thanks a lot. Dave Scheidler, our Extension economist.
Thank you.